Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
One three, Jamina Lagora. 141, Body Tagul. 163 is Yaz. 191, Missy Hammer. 202 is Freight Train. 22, Malou. 221 is Yeti. 316, Lily Gaskell. 474 is Wolf. 888 is Shaolin. Number 9 is Beth Lord, and finally 95, Manny. Give it up for the European All-Stars.
And I have the wonderful honor for telling you who's going to be playing for Portland's Rose City Rollers Wheels of Justice. We've got number 0, Zip. Number 00, on a roll. Number 21, Stan the Woman. Number 24, Beans. Captain, number 28, Alicia Nisbet Smith. Number 49, Cassie Beck. Number 50, Alter Eagle. Number 65, Simonis. Number 77, Much. Number 210, Tenacity. Number 247, Mia Palau. Number 340, Bonnie Thunders. Number 360, Big Bang Fury. Number 401, Tarantula. And number 757, Morgan Levy. Let's give it up for the Wheels of Justice.
All right. Woohoo. Welcome to the broadcast stream. I am Puns and Roses.
And I am Scott Chicken. And they are teams to skate roller derby. Big Bang Fury, 3rd game of the day.
That is impressive.
Oh, to be young.
Yeah, no kidding.
And have energy.
Was not all that long ago that I was watching Bang on the Death Star Derby droids on the Rosebuds.
Yes. And now we will prepare for Bonnie Thunders versus Freight Train to start us off.
It's a good jammer matchup to start.
That is. Freight Train, super impressive yesterday in their win over Montreal. Bonnie Thunders, impressive all the time.
Yes.
And also lead jammer.
Bonnie doing Bonnie things.
Yes, indeed.
And Bonnie through for 4. Rose looking to establish a physical presence early on.
And doing so well. With Freight Train finally working out, clearing the pack.
You can stop Freight Train for a little while, but, you know.
Not for the whole jam. Bonnie Thunders, 3 more points. collected, 7 total on the jam, and we are underway. Our final game of the day. A day of 4 games. It was originally going to be 3 in the tournament and 1 extra, but an extra game just doesn't happen sometimes.
Yeah. Gosh darn rain delays.
Right.
Who would have thought in Portland?
Never would expect that. Curly hair
And,
jamming for Team Europe.
and Lauren Much for the Wheels of Justice. Oh, and Much down and up.
A little down but not out trick.
Yeah.
Curly hair looking to the outside, or inside cuts to the outside, one of those sides.
Great work by Jemima Legora. Just a phenomenal offensive block to spring Curly Har.
And Much grabs the 4 points. Breaks clear. 11-0. 2 quick jams. We're only 28-22 to go in the first period.
And we have Zip facing off against Wolf. And Wolf up to the front, hitting that tripod. Tarantula, Nisbet, Smith, and Simonis. And there's on a roll playing offense for Zip, but Zip going nowhere.
Yeah, Zip had some good momentum to start, and then Europe was able to just slow it down enough. And now with on a roll, Zip with 1 to beat, gets around Yeti, and grabs lead jammer 3 straight for the Rose Cities.
Wolf has pulled the star, now up to the front against On a Roll. On a Roll holds on long enough for Simonis to join.
And Zip out for 4, and there's your star pass. First star pass of the game going to number 06, Champagne.
And Zip coming in, that is a fast pack.
Party Pants able to stay ahead. So only 3 points. Only. Takes us to 18-0.
And now we have, that is 191, Missy Hammer up against number 50, Alter Eagle. Although if jamming, is it Scald Eagle?
There is no face makeup, therefore
Alter
it is
Eagle.
an Alter Eagle. That's my assumption.
I have seen Alter Eagle with the face makeup.
Oh,
It's all confusing to me.
there's so much Eagle.
Yeah.
But this Eagle is lead jammer, as often has been the case in the past.
Yes.
Alter Eagle doing a lot of pivot work for the axles earlier today. One bonus of the tournament life now. You can seat gate on multiple teams.
Exactly.
What the heck? Eagle lands 4, taking us to 22-0.
Beyond Thunderdame had to come out of that earlier WOJ game, so maybe Eagle might have gotten promoted to Jammer,
Getting bumped up, yes.
which when you're promoting,
Exactly. Like, you could do worse than promoting Eagle to being your jammer.
yeah,
Like, I guess we'll let you jam, maybe. I
we'll
mean,
let you be number 4 in the rotation.
sure. Speaking of, we're back to the top with Bonnie Thunders against Freight Train, and Bonnie again grabbing lead.
Oh, Freight Train
Nice.
bouncing off multiple blockers.
And Bonnie Thunders dipping under the hip of Lily Gaskell, calls off the jam, grabs all 4 points.
Bonnie Thunders has such amazing flexibility.
And the in-game smarts, just knowing, like, just grab some points, call it off, burn 30 more seconds off the clock. We're only 5 minutes into the game, and we're already on jam 6. So each jam lasting slightly less on average than a minute.
And this is Curly Har versus Lauren Much. Much gets a little bit of a helping hand from Stan the Woman. And Cassie Beck, Stan on a roll, all taking their shots at Curly Har.
They are just continuing to fight to the front, and was almost able to keep it in, but tenacity with the hip to bump them out.
Yeah.
Much grabs points.
I think the last time I saw Curly Har was possibly, oh, Marsh getting low.
And just enough touch to bump out of bounds. Calls off the jam.
I think the last time I saw Curly Har jamming was on Team Sweden. Although possibly at like a Big O a few years ago. But it's hard. It's been a while. It was pre-COVID.
There you go.
All memory is a little bit iffy at that point.
All right, through Jam 6, 34-0, Wheels of Justice. Winner of this game moves on to play our championship game against arch rival tomorrow night at 6 p.m. local time.
Oh, Wolf gets a big shoulder out of Tarantula. Tarantula with the penalty on that, but that was enough to keep Wolf in the pack, as it were. Despite my name, that one was actually unintentional.
So Wolf threw, or Zip rather, threw with 4 points.
And
Star pass to
pass,
Champagne.
yeah.
Second time that Wolf has handed the star to Champagne. And everybody running fast.
And there's the call off. Just in time.
2 points for Zip. 6 total, taking us to 40. And the EU continuing to be held scoreless.
Hey, Rogue Ales and Spirits, award-winning Oregon-made craft brews and spirits, available in all 50 states. Find your brew at rogue.com.
King was mentioning he's found Rogue back in Michigan where he lives now. So it is, in fact, all 50 states. I was thinking 49, and Michigan would be the one left out, but apparently not. Hey, first lead jammer of the game for Team Europe. Going to number 191, Missy Hammer.
And Missy Hammer coming in. Bounced by, tenacity. And Eagle sticks it for 4.
For smiling and pointing at the ref like you got all 4 of those points, right? But Team Europe is on the board with 1 point.
Hey, PBR is back. Grab one to share. Since this is broadcast, it'll have to be out of your refrigerator.
Exactly. You can't come to our snack bar and purchase one here. I mean, I guess you could if you were in Portland and you wanted to drive to the hangar and then get a ticket to come in just to buy a PBR, but I would think you could find one closer to home.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd get here after the game was over, probably.
Right. Oh, there we go. Freight Train lead jammer 2 in a row for the Europeans. Bonnie with the big recycle behind Champagne and Company.
Freight Train in and looking to get through, but the Rose City defense, not surprisingly, tightening back up on this second run through.
Yeah, digging in against Mia Palau and Nisbet Smith. And Big Bang Fury. Oh, and there's the drawback behind Mia Palau.
Oh, and the big shoulder from Big Bang Fury, knocking Party Pants out of bounds. Party had been holding down the tripod on that. Freight Train looking for anything as Bonnie Thunders has cleared the pack. Freight Train calls off the jam. No points for Rose, 4 full points for Team Europe. Takes them to 5 and holds Rose City at 44.
RCR's official pizza partner is Sizzle Pie. Death to false pizza.
It's pretty severe.
That is fairly severe, yes. We take our pizza seriously here in the Rose City.
I guess. Although Mrs. Chicken did watch a series on pizza recently, and that was promoting Portland as a heavy-duty pizza town.
All right, we've got Lauren Much and Curly Har. Jammer foot race.
Everybody sprinting.
Much picks up 2, calls it.
Yeah, Much had the advantage, only had to grab one to pick up the blocker in the penalty box. That takes Rose City to 46. And we stick at 5 for the European All-Stars. And Freight Train says, well, you know, I'm just going to come right back out. I will take one breather. I would like to square off with Zip, thank you.
All right, Freight Train. Oh, knocks down Tarantula. You do not see that very often.
Well,
Oh, and
is
a
a freight
track cut.
first jammer penalty of the game going to Freight Train. Lead jammer going to Zip.
Freight Train ran over Tarantula and Simonis. That does not happen often.
If only she could have stayed in bounds, it would have, or they could have stayed in bounds, it would have been fine.
Yes. Oh, nice block from Beans to free Zip.
Zip with 4, 3 blockers on the, or rather 2 blockers on the track. Currently for Team Europe. There's the third. I was like, there's only one in the box. Where's the third? Missed that shirt. Zip playing Red Rover with their own team.
And Freight Train back out of the box. Working on the back of Nisbet Smith and Simonis. And pushing that tripod.
Meanwhile, Lily Gaskell picking up a penalty and heading to the penalty box. Freight Train finally clears. Zip calls off the jam. And we see a 2-pass jam, 8 points, now 54-5.
58 now.
Oh, well, all right.
And Sasquatch HR making nonprofit and small business workplaces better at sasquatchr.org.
Now up on our Jammer Line. Jammer Line brought to you by Jam on Hawthorne, Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast. Jammer Line friendly as well. Missy Hammer.
And Scald Eagle getting the lead jammer this time. Missy Hammer working against Tenacity and Cassie Beck. Nice acceleration.
But Alter Eagle just cutting through the middle, grabbing 4 points, calling off the jam. Like, no big deal. We'll just go for it.
Very fun to watch as a jammer and as a blocker.
Yes, I was impressed. Often people who focus on jamming, maybe not so great in the pack, but Alter Eagle doing an incredible job of the blocking.
All right. She sort of knows, what jammers like to do.
Exactly. Yes. No, I think back to some of the jammers from, let's say, Rat City in the past, like Luna Negra. Anytime she passed off the star, was just lost the rest of the time on the star. But Eagle and others do a good job.
Yeah.
Also doing a good job, Bonnie Thunders, who was bumped out of bounds but did not have to recycle back. Wolf at the back of the pack trying to get through. Sort of a self-assisted, not even a shirt whip, but trying to grab to Lily Gaskell. But Lily Gaskell says, I'll just take the star. How about?
Yeah,
how about we
works.
just reach through the pack and go that way?
I recall watching Bonnie pivot back in her Gotham days. And the congratulations to all the blockers is a Bonnie Thunder staple.
Yes. A show appreciation to those who are getting others out of your way.
Yes.
All right, we got 2 blockers, speaking of, on the track currently for Team Europe. 4 for Rose City, Much versus Curly Hair. And Curly Hair saying, I'm just going to play defense.
Nicely
while I
done.
wait.
Well done by Curly Hart, just to delay Much.
And a good work by On a Roll there, getting in the way of Curly Hart and stopping the continued delay of Much. And Much showing the power to push through the pack there for 4.
And Curly Hart has to recycle behind Tenacity and Company. Stan plays a little bit of offense. And now Bridges. Oh, yeah.
Champagne back to attempt to break up some offense, not able to do it. Much is through. Second pass, 4 points. 8 total on the jam. Curly Hair not quite able to get free.
Oh, Yaz forces a recycle on Much.
And Curly Hair this time trying the outside. Nothing doing again. Tenacity closing the door.
Party Pants and Champagne forcing Much into the recycle. That seems like a good pair, Party Pants and Champagne.
It does, yes.
Yaz bringing the offense.
And
But brings a forearm with it.
Oh, yes, come on. Leave the forearms behind.
And Stan the Woman anchoring that front tripod.
Much clears. Calls off the jam, a 90-second run there for 12 points. We're down to 14-10 to go in the first period. 78-5. And we get our first timeout.
Courtesy of Europe.
And also courtesy of Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Stabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Thank you for sponsoring this timeout. Speaking of sponsorship, if you know a business that would benefit by promoting at Derby events and promoting to Rose City Rollers, where am I? Am I in Portland? Oh, I am, sorry. I see RCR. You know, the brain goes one way when you're from Seattle. If you would like to promote to Rose City members, email sponsorship at rosecityrollers.com or check out sponsorship on rosecityrollers.com. Either email or web will get you your sponsorship opportunities. And then you can be like Two Town Cider, a damn fine cider maker made here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab a bright cider soon.
Since you're at home, maybe you have one in your fridge.
Maybe.
That would be very soon.
If you were here at the hangar at Oaks Park, you could go to the concession stand and buy one there.
The plow stop, we call it.
Ah.
All right, next up, Freight Train and Zip are your jammers. 4-3 pack advantage for the wheels right now.
Freight Train picking up the cut track last time that he was jamming.
Oh.
This time, just going right up the middle. Just stay away from the edge, then you don't get a cut track. If you just go through everybody.
Freight Train digging into the back of that pack. And Beans bridging.
And then, yeah, Beans occasionally coming forward, but Party Pants and crew doing a great job of holding on to Zip. Now just Party Pants at the front.
And Zip is through on the initial. Is your lead jammer. And Shaolin with a great offensive block, but not enough to spring. Oh, Freight Train, there we go.
Freight Train says, I can find room on this outside. Now there's an 1/8 of an inch that I can keep the toe stops in. And then Freight Train says, I'm going to run as fast as I can.
And picks up 3.
Excellent work, Freight Train.
And that is a 3-1 steal for Team Europe.
Now 79-8. We're down to 12:47 in the period. Once again, winner plays for the championships. Loser will play in our 4 o'clock game for 3rd place. That will be against Denver.
And we have Missy Hammer and Scald Eagle, or Alter Eagle. Alter Eagle is your lead jammer. And Missy Hammer with the star pass.
191 to 141. Handed off to Bonnie. Eagle checking in with the 3rd base coach. Calls off the jam. 4 points up, 83-8 now.
And next up, we're going to have Bonnie Thunders skating against a person whose number I can't see at the moment. There's a 4 in there. I bet that's Wolf.
I think you're correct.
Yes, that is
74
Wolf. Wolf digging in. Big Bang Fury. And Simona's not giving anything there.
No, on a roll. Almost had Yeti out of play, but Yeti able to get back up and in. And teaming up to bump things around, and finally Bonnie is able to get free. Grabs lead jammer.
And the cap is off, but there's no pivot to pass to for Wolf.
That would be a problem. That would make it difficult.
That means you got to spend that time in the sad place.
Yes. Just nothing but slow pushing.
Yeah.
At least, you know, there's time for an ice bath before bed tonight. Get geared up for tomorrow. Nice break before the next game. Now the pivot's back on the board as Champaign out of the penalty box, and everybody falls down. Bonnie Thunders does not. Thunders has 4 points.
And Wolf has to reset. Oh, meets Tarantula.
Speaking of the sad place, thinking you're free, and then there's Tarantula right in front of you.
Yeah.
Bonnie Thunders, 4 points. And finally,
Star pass, Champaign. That's what, the third time Champagne's gotten the star?
Yes. Champaign collecting the star on 3/4 of Team Europe's star passes in this half. Oh, no, I'm wrong. It's 3/5. Dang it. I missed one. I was like, hey, it's math I can do. Oh, well, it's still math I can do. At least I didn't say 75% because I have no idea what percent 3/5 is.
60.
Oh, you're right. It would be 60.
Nerds.
Yes. I mean, you're not at the Bobby Narco level of nerddom.
No.
Curly Har, lead jam for the European All-Stars. Third time Europe has had lead in this half.
Curly Har working that front wall, getting some offensive help.
Much is clear. Curly Har dancing around the outside, taps the hips, calls off the jam.
Got 4 points.
Did get all 4, nicely done. Ties the highest jam for so far for Team Europe in the game. And they are now at 12, Rose City 94.
Ooh, the lineup on the pivot line. It's almost like
It's a straight 4-wall.
2012.
Yeah. It's as if Bay Area was playing with a solid 4-wall. Freight Train trying to take a little shirt whip from number 06 Champaign, but not getting it by anybody.
Oh, great work by Bean. Zip almost through, but that defense just showed up.
Yeah, Yeti and Party Pants once again at the front, just holding things down. Party Pants has been all over Rose City Jammers today.
And Freight Train knocking down Zip on the way.
No lead jammer yet. Everybody stopped at the anti-jammer line. Freight Train forced out of bounds, rolls back. And once again,
working against Mia Palau and Alicia Nisbet-Smith.
Trying to get anything. Mia Palau now leaning in firmly at the front. As Shaolin trying to break things free.
Yeah, Shaolin working as a blocking sled to help push along with Freight Train.
Yeti and Party Pants rolling forward, as well as Champaign with the rollback of Zip.
And we are a minute and 20 seconds in, still no lead.
And almost, Freight Train has almost pushed everyone all the way around the track. It's now into turn 3. And now Tarantula at the kickstand. So that's a well-braced tripod.
Yes.
That's slowly creeping backwards now. And Freight Train bumped out, and Mia Palau with the run back. Zip bouncing and spinning. Party Pants now as the kickstand. And then reforming again. Yeti tries to get in just enough of a bump out from Shaolin, and we will end the jam. 2 minutes of frustration for everyone but fans of defense.
Yes. As a fan of defense, I really love that.
All right, 6:25 to go in the period. 94-12 remains our score.
Hey, Secret Aardvark, the local made flavor that kicks you in the mouth. Secret Aardvark. And we've got
A not so secret
22
Alter
Malou.
Eagle.
And Alter Eagle, yes.
Alter Eagle says, that last jam looked hard. I'm just going to run up the middle and like grab lead jammer. Malou with the star for the first time
And
this
gets
evening.
a track cut.
Second jammer penalty of the game going to our friends from Europe.
And the last person really on the planet that you want to have a lead jam.
I mean, I think of
power jam.
Yeah, of the people I don't want to have a power jam, I got to say 3 of the top 5 are on this Wheels of Justice team. So.
Yeah, actually.
Second 4, giving us 8 at this point, and Eagle just easily swooping around the outside.
Nice
Autopilot.
offensive work, I think, by Honor Roll as well.
Malou out of the penalty box now, rolling back as the Rose City Wheels of Justice defense awaits. Eagle now with 16. 54 seconds to go in the jam. Alter Eagle jumped to the out, feet stayed in bounds. And the bench says, you just keep circling. That's what Eagles do well, right? They circle? Sure. Looking for prey, in this case, the prey being points, I guess. A big collision and a multiplayer. We're going to Party Pants. Party Pants is like, but what about the high block? Well, apparently the multiplayer counted that out, if there even was one.
Right.
Eagle is just tall. 24 now on the jam as Malou finally has cleared. Alter Eagle, quick change of direction, quick acceleration, calls off the jam.
Wow.
And a 28-point run. That ties our top jam for the tournament, which was Misty Maven in the last game, I believe, who also had 28 points. And that pushes the Wheels of Justice to 118 now. European All-Stars held to 12 and an official review called by Team Europe.
All right, this official review brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
I got to give Shreddy extra points for a very sparkly coach outfit.
Yes.
Official review being used as a timeout.
All right.
Which, wise choice. They want to stop the clock. They don't want to burn the 2 that they have remaining. Might as well use the official review. You got 3:47. What are the odds something life-shattering is going to happen in the next 3:47 that would require review? Not so much. Not when you're up by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
Or trailing by a factor of 10. 12 to 122.
Hey, United Athletic Club is where fitness happens in Southeast Portland. Many classes are taught by Rose City Roller skaters.
Bonnie Thunder's out to jam.
And this is a power start for Bonnie.
Speaking of people I don't want to have a power jam against me, Bonnie Thunder's also in that top 3.
Yeah. I'm going to guess that Lauren Much would be the...
would be the 3rd, yes,
yeah.
Exactly. Malou sitting still in the penalty box as Bonnie Thunders with lead is through, although the scoreboard showing Big Bang Fury. So hopefully Big Bang Fury getting some extra points in the stats book for this run.
Big Bang Fury not actually even on the track at the moment.
No, but yet racking up points according to the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Bonnie Thunder's second pass. 4 more. Now 130 for Rose City.
Oh. I wonder if Malou picked up
Malou
the
must have
bonus.
gotten multiple bonus. Yeah, there must be an extra penalty because I'm like, wait a minute. Or came back in and got another penalty. That's also possible.
Yes, and just so fast we missed it.
I'm guessing that's probably what happened.
All right, big drawback there on Bobby Thunders.
Thunder's working forward. Malou is out of the box and dancing side to side, but nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Champaign trying to break things up, but you can move Tarantula out of the way, but it's not really helping much.
No, because Tarantula just goes right back into place.
And Sonos and Nisbet Smith just lock down and go, okay, we just won't move on our own. Bonnie Thunder's third pass through.
And there's a star pass to Lily Gaskell.
And that will clear the star for Europe, and Bonnie Thunders will call off the jam. And once again, high fives for the blockers. 16 points on the jam, 138-12 with a minute 50 to go in the period.
And Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's black sheep and unicorns. They help out very underserved populations.
Yes.
All right, there goes, oh, Lauren Much. Oh, that acceleration.
Just out quickly. Curly Hair also making it through, though. So giving Much a chase. Much swings, somehow manages to keep just enough pressure on the hips of Monty to get around.
But Curly Hair gets plays to the fourth whistle and picks up 3 points for it.
Always skate through the fourth whistle. Or so I've been told. I don't actually skate, so I wouldn't know from personal experience.
Yeah, same.
People are saying you should skate through the fourth whistle.
All right, that is Wolf and Alter Eagle as your jammers. A little jostling behind that jam on the Hawthorne jam lines. And Alter Eagle just stepping over people.
Jostles through quickly, did the Alter Eagle.
And Wolf meeting Tarantula. And Tarantula wins the battle of, so in case you're watching Nature Show and they're saying, who would win, Tarantula or Wolf?
Now you know.
Yep.
Well, the Eagle versus Yeti, also Eagle won. I would have expected Yetis because they're, large and furry and live in the snow, but an Eagle is mobile, and that is what we saw. Alter Eagle with 8 as we're ticking down period clock at 7. Ooh. This will be our final jam of the half because I don't see Alter Eagle not continuing to skate. Thinking, hey, I had 28 last time. Maybe we can double that up.
Champagne is out though with the
star. And the period clock is down, and that is intermission. 13 lucky points.
Nice work by Shaolin to limit that to just 1.
Yes. All right, 155-15. Rose City maintaining their 10x multiplier. And we will pause for 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be back then. See y'all.
Just come down now. Don't be scared, I only wanna help you down. Throw down the ladder, I'll climb up the tree. Find your feet, follow me. Take your time, there's no rush. Pace yourself, just focus on the two of us. Fight back your worry, I'll show you the way. Lean on me, you know it's gonna be okay. If I do, you can do it too, try to. You can do it just like me. First foot down on the count of three, 'cause if I do, you can do it too, try to. You can do it just like me. Sun's gone west, time for bed. Take my hand, don't look over the edge. Give me your troubles, I won't let you fall. I won't let you fall. Step by step, we gon' make it through the door. If I do, you can do it too, try to. You can do it just like me. First foot down on the count of three, 'cause if I do, you can do it too, try to. You can do it just like me. If I do, you can do it too, try to. You can do it just like me.
back. I'm Puns and Roses, joined by
Scott Chicken. Not joined by whoever just won the raffle.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, so there you go. Not joined by Curly Hair or Bonnie Thunders because they're too busy skating on the track.
Yes, Bonnie Thunder's lead jammer.
Hardly
155
surprising.
to 15 coming out of the halftime. There goes Curly Har. Oh,
Bonnie takes the jump, but just knocked out. No points either side.
I think got
Sorry.
bounced out by Party Pants.
Yes, that's only our second scoreless jam of the game. The last one, that 2-minute slugfest that led to nothing. No points, no lead jammer, none of that. Speaking of lead jammer, Team EU, 3 out of the jams out of the 23 jams in the last period,
Wow.
leaving 19 for the Wheels of Justice.
And Lauren Much, Freight Train, are your jammers. And
Much has to yield because a little false start, I think, was the roll on that.
yes.
And Freight Train knocked out, so everybody goes back.
And Mia Palau out to play some offense, paving a road. Oh, that was Beth Lord with a force out, but Lauren Much back in. And star pass. That goes to 1-4-1. Bonnie Tigula.
And Bonnie creeping up, Much tapping hips, jam ending.
4 points for Much.
And that brings us to 159 to 15.
Trailhead Credit Union. Get financial advice for whatever trail you choose.
I choose the trail that has money on it. If such a trail exists, I don't know. All right, Wolf jamming against Zip. Wolf looking inside. Ooh, Wolf comes out the front, lead jammer, European All-Stars.
Howling through the pack. Wolf
Tenacity just stamping the foot like, hey, Wolf, come over here. Hit this part of my leg. And Zip finally clears. Wolf looking one way than the other. Pushing, dodging.
And the Europeans looking just to run this.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
not going to matter.
Yeah.
You might as well run long.
It's
Get
not
at least the 4.
It's not a sanctioned bout anyways.
Right.
Do whatever you feels
Hey, man,
good.
do whatever works. Finally pushing on a roll all the way through to collect 4 points. Also
was-
4 for Zip.
That was tenacious defense from On a Roll.
Only 3 blockers on the track right now for Team Europe as Party Pants sitting in the penalty box.
Would you say it's a party in the penalty box?
It is a wild CBD party in the penalty box.
Sorry about that.
Never be sorry about a penalty box party.
Well, I was mostly sorry about the sneeze that just came out of
sure,
nowhere.
that's that you can apologize for. Wolf calls off the jam.
7-6 in favor of the European All-Stars. 22-165 is your score.
Nice little hug of alter eagle. As Malou is like, hi, will you be my friend? And Eagle bumps
Recycled
out.
behind Yaz. Oh, wow.
Oh, Yeti lowers the, that wasn't Yeti, that was Jamina Lugora with the shoulder.
Yeah, drop the boom on Scald Eagle.
And the Eagle is out. And, not lead jammer, cuts the track.
Oh, wow.
That gives Malou lead. Second lead in a row for Team Europe. And Malou hops. Oh, almost, but not quite. Simonis with that late hip shoulder check there to bump Malou out.
And Simonis once again escorting Malou to the outside edge. Oh, Malou getting over that time.
4 points up for Malou as Alter Eagle out of the penalty box. Back through on the initial still, as I believe that penalty was in the exit. Malou.
And a high block sends Eagle back to the box.
Double penalty in the single jam. Never the preferred method.
No.
And Malou says, I'm just going to call this jam off, and we will hand off the star to someone else. Did get all 4 points. That 8-point jam, the highest scoring jam for Team Europe. They are now at 30. Wheels of Justice held to 165. Curly Hair out to jam.
That Rose defense digging in on the jam line. Oh, Stanley Woman drops Curly Hart behind that jam line.
Yeti heads off to the penalty box. Curly Hart did keep the feet in, maybe not. Nope.
Did not. Morgan Levy forced the cut.
There was a lot of pointing going on there. Like somebody's getting penalized. So lead jam is open. Alter Eagle coming through on one leg. It was like skateboard move there. Just kicking through.
So much fun watching Eagle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And this time getting slightly low.
A little bit of help from Gymnastic to create a lane.
Gets the 4. Once again to the outside. And forced out.
Gaskell with the force out. Long recycle by Champagne.
Champagne teaming up with Party Pants at the back.
Oh,
Curly Hair out.
Levy. That clear. And Curly Hart running into Mia Palau.
And now back to the pushing as Alter Eagle threw 8 total on the jam now, 173 for the Rose City. Eagle says, you know, I could try one of those jump things, but why not just go through everybody?
Oh.
And then do a little bit of a jump at the end. Just a little delicate jump.
Yes, and star pass, Lily Gaskell. And
Gaskell's
skull, apex hop.
And the Alter Eagle taps the hips, calls it off. 16 on the jam, 181-30.
Laurelhurst Theater and Pub bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland.
And if you're watching this and thinking, man, I could really go for some Rose City Rollers swag and maybe rep my favorite league, you should check out the online store at shop.rosecityrollers.com. Because who doesn't need more swag?
I need more swag. I mean, my closet doesn't say that, but you know.
But you do. Bonnie.
I can't help myself.
Bonnie Thunders can practically not help herself for getting lead jammer, but Freight Train
picked him a multiplayer. Yes. That is a rare penalty for jammer.
It is. It's always the grabbing the shirt and then someone hitting that arm. And unfortunate for Freight Train. Meanwhile,
oh, Bonnie! What? What?
Once again, I choose the wrong time to look at the roster and go, what is that? Oh, it's Jemiah Laguro being bumped out in the back. And then Bonnie Thunders does whatever that hat was.
I was watching and I don't believe I saw it.
Well, it was worth 4 points, as was this last one. Or maybe that was, yes, there's the 12. I'm like, wait, that was only 13 for a second there.
I'm pretty sure that earned 10 points from everyone except the East German judge.
And, you know, whoever the jam ref is, because they only gave 4. They should be allowed an extra style point. We got rid of the jammer point. There should be a style point brought
Bonnie
back
would
in.
have earned that style point for sure.
Freight Train through, never put the cap back on, but Bonnie Thunders called off the jam anyway. A 16-point jam earns a cheer from the crowd. We are now 197-30 with 20 minutes to go in the game.
And we've got Missy Hammer and Lauren Much coming up. Hey, Killer Burger, 5 minutes of burgers, beer, and bottomless fries. Killer Burger.
It was indeed killer. And very juicy and drippy. I'd forgotten that from the last time I was there. And then I'm like, why is there burger juice down the front of my jacket?
Oh, but it's so good.
Yes, unfortunately, the jacket was wipe-offable. Lauren Much wipes off the entire pack and comes out cleanly lead jammer.
And calls it before Lily Gaskell, who got that on a star pass, can get any points. Good hustle by Gaskell.
Yeah. Gaskell's now had the star pass twice in the last 3 jams. Zip back out to jam for Rose City.
Up against Malou.
Indeed.
Malou running into that Rose defense.
This defense is much like Visa. It's everywhere you want to be,
Yes.
which is unfortunate if you're the jammer.
Yes.
Zip, lead jammer.
Oh, Malou going for the
Almost.
star pass. Oh, fakes the star pass.
Yes. That was very intriguing as Bonnie was like, do I take it? No, I don't. Okay, well, fine. We'll leave it. Malou sprinting up the outside.
And your score is now 30-203. That is a palindrome.
Hey, if only we had a sponsor whose name was a palindrome.
That is unfortunate.
Then we could pretend it was 2018.
But speaking of sponsors, we'd like to thank the Portland Mercury, PDX Pipeline, and S1 Helmets.
Yes, indeed.
All right, here we go. That is Alter Eagle and Freight Train. Freight Train, oh,
Oh, yes.
found a gap between Cassie Beck
Not
and
enough,
someone else. And
not enough people making the woo-woo sound when Freight Train gets lead anymore.
oh, we should.
It should. It has history. Freight Train calls off the jam, grabs 2 points.
Heading back to the roundhouse.
An extra point that I missed coming in, so 203-32.
And Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery. That is John Slanning's favorite eatery and saloon. Bonnie Thunders, Curly Har.
Bonnie pushing to the front.
One to beat. Still one to beat. And there you go. And it still says Big Bang Fury up there.
Well, you know, 340 is close to 360. They're almost the same number. Curly Har is clear. Thunders calls off the jam.
I got to say the only disappointing part there for the folks on broadcast is that you all don't get to see the Europeans warm up.
It is.
They were having a blast.
They are here to party.
Yes. I mean,
It was a good time.
high fives and chest bumps and smiles and laughs and a huge
Okay,
dance party.
Warm-up dance party, exactly. Missy Hammer jamming against Much. Much is out.
Oh, wow.
Party Pants, excellent attempt, but nothing doing. Much would not be denied.
And Tenacity working hard on Hammer along with Stan the Woman.
Much locked down by the tripod, pushing and pushing, trying to weasel through the middle. Checking the helmet. Is the cover still on? Yes. Okay, good. Meanwhile, Missy Hammer up to the front
And
finally
through.
clears. And now Rose can come back and provide a little offense for Much.
And they do.
And Much says, I'm just take whatever I've got. It was a couple 3 even. Takes us to 210 to 32.
15 minutes left. Hey, Black Cat Plumbing, PDX's neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of RCR since forever.
Do you get like a free pipe if you mention Rose City when you call them? Will they like, hey, we'll give you a 3 feet of copper piping for your plumbing job? No, probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not. That'd be kind of cool, though.
That would be. Well, thanks to them for sponsoring, and thanks to Malou for grabbing lead jammer.
Oh!
And going airborne.
And Malou is having a blast out there.
Not so much having a blast was that 141? I think that was I think that was Bonnie Malou getting checked into the bench.
All right, Malou tried to call it off, but didn't.
Yeah. Zip still on the initial, so no reason to call it off quite yet. Might as well just keep getting some points. We got 14 minutes to go in the game. European All-Stars at 36. Bonnie Malou trying to provide a little bit of offense, but now shifting to defense as Malou was recycled back. Zip getting some help from on a roll.
Big Bang Fury anchoring that tripod at the back. Malou just pushing deep into the sad place.
Yes. Big Bang Fury teaming up with Alicia Nesbitt Smith and Tarantula is just not, that's no fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun for them.
Right.
Less fun for Malou. Fun for us to watch. Malou out. No pass, no penalty, but had all 4. Had clearly passed everybody at some point in that long drag out jam. 10 seconds to go. Will Malou get any more points? This is tied to their highest jam so far. And Malou pushes through the middle and bumped out of bounds. Gets all 4. A 12-point jam.
12 to 4 on that.
That takes the European All-Stars to 44. 4 points for Zip, 2-14 for Rose City's Wheels of Justice. Oh, let's make it 18. What the heck?
Correct. Sure.
They just knew that I'd already written down the score on my sheet.
And hey, we'd like to thank Portland Vital Signs and Sisu Mouth Guards for being sponsors.
Coming into Jam 13, Alter Eagle jamming against Freight Train.
4-3 pack advantage for the Europeans, but Alter Eagle through. Freight Train.
Gaining speed.
Oh, yeah.
Train with the oh, yes. Yes, indeed, Freight Train. Second 4-point steal for Freight Train. Gets all 4. Alter Eagle with 3. Crowd goes wild.
Yes, they do. And we'd like to thank Porque no Taqueria and 187 Killer Pads. Thank you for being sponsors.
Ooh, Eagle in the penalty box. Didn't see what the call was, so a power start for Curly Hair.
And Yaz coming in with the offense. They're trying to pick off Beans, but Beans is having none of that.
No.
And now they try to pick up Tarantula, also having none of that. Goes Yaz into that tripod. Oh, Tarantula.
Tarantula bumped out somebody heading to the penalty box. Not clear who. Curly Hair. Ooh, called for the cut track on the outside. I thought I saw a ref here indicating no pass, no penalty. But someone seeing it differently. So Curly Hair in the penalty box along with the pivot. And Eagle is out and is lead.
And in the time they took to figure that out, Eagles almost back in time to score.
Exactly. He was sort of going slow, like looking at the jam, like just run. It doesn't matter if you're lead or not. You're going to get points, right? Ooh, nicely done cutting through, staying in bounds. A little hoppity hop.
Bonnie got
changed.
a good hit in and knew it, but Eagle was able to get off that hit.
Oh, curly hard.
Wow.
Beautifully done. Right through the middle of the center of the tripod into the kickstand, knocking everybody down. It's a quality bowling maneuver and calls it off. Does the Eagle before curly hard can get back to the penalty box, or back to through the back rather.
I knew what you were going with that. Where you going with that?
A 12-0 run, 48-26, with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
And this is, I believe, Missy Hammer and Bonnie Thunders. Hammer looks to the inside lane, following a block from Lily Gaskell. Great work by Gaskell.
Yeah, Gaskell's been all over the offense this game. Not always super effective, but the Rose City defense is built to not allow offense, right?
Yes.
Like, just able to resist it, but continuing the attempt, and then Gaskell stepping up onto defense. And Bonnie Thunder's now caught up by Yeti and Party Pants, I believe, at the front of the pack. And a penalty. Ooh. High block, Missy Hammer. Oh, that's Champagne at the front now, and Party Pants rolling back to the forward.
And Cassie Beck picks off a goat.
Mia Palau trying to provide the offense, now has to step back to bridge. Bonnie Thunder's dumped to the ground. Did the feet go out of bounds? Bonnie Thunder's like, well, maybe, so I'm just going to get up and be safe. Cassie Beck slowing down the run back.
Oh, Lily Gaskell. That lead jammer finally after a minute 15. Great
That
work
was so
by the
long.
Europeans.
I was assuming Bonnie was already lead. That's what I'm like, oh, this Bonnie must already be lead. There's a penalty. What the heck?
Yeah, no.
So great work by Team Europe on the defense. Thunders calls off the jam, goes into check-in, as often happens with the ref. 2 points up for Bonnie Thunders, 228-48.
And Party Pants also checking with the ref. Everybody checking with the ref.
Everybody wants to talk to the ref.
They're nice folks.
Yes. All right, Much back out against
Malou.
Wild CBD penalty box, currently unoccupied.
And Big Bang Fury, Tarantula escort Malou to the inside. And there's
That was a beautifully done pass.
yeah, but that was sniffed out immediately by
Yes.
on a roll.
But Bonnie Figel, who is
Oh, Much stays upright. Oh, wow. That European defense just swarming in.
pushing Much down, gets the
there's
one
Malou
hand.
coming up to play some offense.
And now having to slow down and bridge.
On a roll on a direction of play penalty.
And Bonnie bumped out and rolls back, puts on the star, because why not? Meanwhile, Much finally clears to collect the 4 points a minute into the jam.
European defense has been phenomenal this weekend. I mean, for a team
Yeah.
that probably has not really practiced together
Right.
much, if at all.
Yeah, they're all from a number of different leagues, presumably. And
Different countries.
yeah,
We've got Swedes. I think there's a few folks from the UK, I believe France.
and bumped out as Bonnie Figel hip checking Much out and then rolling well back. We're down to 15 seconds to go in the jam.
Oh, and Much.
Almost through, but Malou getting in the way that time.
Great defense from the person who started as the jammer.
Exactly. And hey, Bonnie Figel will finally push through just as the time runs out on the jam.
Ooh.
Let's see.
That was hard fought.
That was indeed. Much does get all 8 points, taking us to 236, and Team Europe's held
Much
scoreless.
had another 4 on that. That's 240 now.
Oh, all right. Freight Train back out to jam against Zip.
And that wild CBD penalty box is empty at the moment.
Freight Train hoping to stay out of that, has gotten a couple of penalties so far. And again, great work by Wheels of Justice absorbing. Freight Train gets the momentum going, and then they're able to somehow slow it down. But this time,
Not that time.
lead jammer and rolling forward.
There goes Zip.
Freight Train ducking under the hip of Tenacity.
Yeah, I've
Calls
seen
off the jam.
Tenacity do that roll, that run down a lot, and usually with a lot more success. Freight Train just bouncing off that.
All right, Alter Eagle back out to jam against Curly Har. Once again, empty penalty box. Alter Eagle pushing to the front. Curly Har right there, and who's gonna be? No pass, no penalty. So Alter Eagle is lead jammer.
Yeah.
Calls it off. That was a
Just enough time for Eagle to call that off before Curly Har can hit the back of the pack.
And now with 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go, we sit 240 to 52. And we will reset Bonnie Thunders. Set to jam against Missy Hammer.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on over at the merch booth. There's a lot
there
of
is
color.
there is a lot of color happening over there. Arch Rival is selling some bandanas, it would appear. Not selling anything other than points is Bonnie Thunders, who takes a huge hip check from Lily Gaskell. Oh, that was a thing of beauty.
And Bonnie calling it off with
Bonnie's
emphasis.
Yes.
Lots of
Comes
emphasis.
in and Gaskell's like, here's my butt. Please bounce off of this. All right. Ticking down to the 2-minute warning. Lauren Much set to jam against Malou. Rose City coaches coming out to talk. Oh, we're not quite in synchrony on the period clock, jam clock this time. I'm slightly disappointed.
Yeah, that's happened a few times.
It has.
Oh, Malou airborne over Simonis. That you don't see. Simonis is very tall.
Much keeps it on the ground and just slices through the pack as Much as want to do. 4 points, 247 to 52.
And we've got Freight Train, Alter Eagle.
Crowd going wild. This is a good sized crowd. I mean, Saturday night, of course, you'd expect it. Wheels of Justice playing, hometown team. Everybody likes good derby, and we've had quite a bit of it this weekend.
Yeah, this has been a really good weekend. Even the games that were not close were really good games.
Right. Exactly. Moments of brilliance throughout. Both jammers locked up as Rose City getting a little assist to Stan the Woman out of the penalty box and back. Freight Train forced in. Alter Eagle is your lead jammer. 50 seconds on the period clock. Minute 30 now on the jammer clock.
Shaolin doing some great offense, now turning to defense. Oh, Lily Gaskell gets a hip in Scald's face.
And direction of play, the call. I think the outside back ref was like, do I call that a high block? Do I call it direction? We'll go with direction. It's going to be one of the two.
Yeah.
Freight Train now star in hand. Eagle pushing at the front against Party Pants and Champagne and pushes through. 17 seconds left on the game as Freight Train finally out. Minute left on the jam clock. Now we're down to the 10-second mark as Eagle pushing through, sweeps around, taps the hips before time has run out, and timeout called by Team Europe. So we will get one more jam.
Was I just seeing things, or did Champagne whip Eagle?
I don't know. Maybe that would be.
I'm pretty sure that's what I just saw.
That would be intriguing.
I could be wrong.
I think Eagle was just going around very quickly. Champagne was standing in the right position.
I feel like that was a whip.
We'll have to repeat. If you're watching, well, since you are watching on the stream, please, as soon as the game's over, just like back it up a little bit, and then message puns. Let him know. So a 3-second game clock. We'll have Curly Har jamming against
Bonnie Thunders.
Bonnie Thunders.
Both ace jammers for their respective national teams at the World Cups at some point in time.
Safe to assume, however, that Curly Har will not get 200 points out of this jam. So I think we will see the Wheels of Justice playing arch rival tomorrow at 6. And Team Europe taking on Denver in the third place game.
That should be
at 4. That'll be great.
Yeah, that'll be good stuff.
Denver looked very tight this weekend. All right, now the period clock has expired.
Bonnie getting some offensive help from Beans. Oh, Curly Har with the defense as a jammer. Ugh. I love jammers who have got that level of awareness.
Lily Gaskell coming out of the penalty box and just bringing it. It's like, I'm going to throw shoulders and hips everywhere. Bonnie Thunders is out, lead jammer, and period clock is done. Nisbet Smith is like, hey, Bonnie, why don't you call off the jam? Bonnie's like, no, there are points to be gained. What now? Okay, yeah, fine, I'll call it off. All right, whatever.
We're down 2 in the bag.
Like, what are you doing? The game is over. No, I got to get my people out of the penalty box in the next minute and a half. Bonnie Thunders adds 2 more to the total. Wheels of Justice win it 257 to 52. That was exhausting.
Yeah, it was.
Exciting and fun, but exhausting.
And we were just talking about
it. I know. Imagine skating it. All right, so thank you for joining us today on Facebook. We will be back tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow morning. Well, I didn't say it. I keep thinking to say tomorrow morning, but it's not. It's 2 p.m. Pacific time, so it may be morning wherever you are.
Yeah.
That will be our 5th place game. The Axles of Annihilation from Rose City taking on Montreal, which should also be a good game. New Skids have looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed watching the New Skids. They're such a fun team.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see who plays on the Axles, since we've had a fair amount of some crossover between the rosters for the Wheels and the Skids. That will be followed at 4 p.m. by our 3rd place game, in which Team Europe will face off with Denver, and then our championship game at 6 p.m. Wheels of Justice taking on arch rival. Puns, it's been a joy.
It has been a great time, Scott. Have a great evening, everybody, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.